And welcome back to What If Broly Had Gone to Earth Instead of Goku? That's the actual full title of it, but it's still going to be Broly Went to Earth. Um, so we left off with the end of Dragon Ball. Broly suddenly beat Piccolo. Piccolo went off to lick his wounds. He got hitched up with Bulma. They have little baby Gohan, who pretty much it looks like his dad. It looks like Gohan, but his hair might be a little different. And his hair might be purple for all we know. So 5 years later, when Raz will show up, where are things at? Well, Piccolo has been training like a beast to try to match up the Broly. I would imagine Piccolo's actual power is probably around 1,000, so he's been training hardcore to get to Broly. Not even close still, but hardcore. Remember that Piccolo's power is actually around 408 by Dragon Ball Z standards, but when Raz shows up, so for it to be 1,000, that's more than double what his power actually is in canon. So that makes sense to me with hardcore training. Broly's power would probably be a couple million at this point. Hardcore training, Bulma being assigned as, developing probably something akin to a gravity room or something like that for Broly to train in. Yeah, I could see him maybe being like 5 million. He's like, his powers have gone times 10, or multiplied by 10. Sorry, airplane's on. It's the scene with the telling the lie thing. Two pilots are fine. They're just under control, flying the plane, free to pursue life and religious fulfillment. So, yeah, let's say 5 million. Broly at this point has actually now has control over his legendary form for after all these years. But it's one of those things that he needs to be careful using it, because as we saw, Broly's power was overflowing. He couldn't control all his power. He could pretty much go and do when he was really mad and could, wreak havoc and stuff like that, and could stay in it for an unspecified amount of time. But he had to, release his power, so it didn't destroy his body. Broly would still have to do that in this case. It's just he's no longer berserking out in it. He's got pretty much full control over it. And again, we're going to assume that his legendary form must be an equivalent of Super Saiyan 2, I'm going to guess. If not, maybe even a little stronger. In fact, we don't know what Broly's base power was in the movie. And we know that Broly's base power, or Broly's legendary form power, is considered to be about 1.4 million. So, by the Daizenshu by the pamphlets or the books. So, for the sake, let's just say that's what his power will be. So, a normal Super Saiyan would put him at 2.5, or 250,000, or million. So, that means legendary Super Saiyan puts him at, I'm trying to do the math here real quick, 4, 5, almost 6 times his actual base, or 6 times Super Saiyan. So, it's... I'm trying to think what the power level in percentage would be. It's not quite Super Saiyan 3, but it's close to Super Saiyan. It really is like an in-between. John don't want that, John don't get that. Sorry. I speak jive. So again, airplanes on the back. So yeah, that's where Broly's at right now. But yeah, he's still, he's generally happy. He's got a good life with his family. I would imagine that with Broly as a dad, who's not as carefree as Goku, but still in this case would be a generally nice guy. He wouldn't let Gohan become as brat. He would imply. He would implore a little discipline with him. However, Bulma might counteract it. So I would imagine you get a slightly less bratty version of Trunks, basically, of a Gohan. Meanwhile, though, back at the plot. Broly and Bulma are visiting Roshi. Everyone's introducing him to the kids. So this is the kid and everything like that. Yeah, this is Gohan. Hi, everyone. I would imagine that, yes, there is the Dragon Ball someone said to remember Grandpa Gohan with. He's... I'm trying to think. He's... I'm not... It wouldn't be like the standard Chinese... Like what he was wearing. That outfit made no sense on Gohan. It looked cute, but I was like, what? So maybe he wears it around his neck. Wears it around his neck, kind of like a keepsake. Kind of like how Broly was wearing the Dragon Ball around his neck when he had it. So basically, Raditz shows up. And, Broly probably doesn't feel the need to suppress his power. So, Raditz just thinks when the scouter blows up, that when he senses Piccolo initially, he's like, "Oh, Namekian, your power's you're quite impressive, Namekian. But what are you doing on this? But I have no idea what you're talking about." And then Piccolo had the first strike against Raditz. Well, he has it again. This time, however, Raditz actually has to get out of the way or block or dodge it. So and then Raditz just, like, oh, I see. What a fight, huh? And then they would actually have a relatively solid little back and forth. The Raditz is stronger than Piccolo. And Piccolo is suppressed at this point, so he's probably more like 800. But the fight stops when he senses another power, and then poof, so he's like, what was that? It's like, that's probably Broly. It's like, oh, Broly, yeah, that bastard. I'll beat him one day, but first I'm gonna beat you. And then that name strikes some sort of little bell with Rad. It's like, Broly. Why does that name sound familiar? Broly? It's like that sounds like that's a Saiyan name. Then he just. So, I mean, it's going under the assumption that Kakarot's dead. So, Raditz is just there to investigate and see if he heard a Saiyan pod, maybe it landed here. So he goes, and he meets Broly. And again, he, obviously, kid to adult. I mean, Raditz probably never really met him, but he probably heard at least a little bit about it. It's like, what are you, who, where? What is it? What are you doing here? Where's your tail? Your powers, oh god. Well, how could you insult our race? How could you not subjugate this planet if you were supposed to? I was supposed to do that? Broly's just like, Broly didn't know he was supposed to do that. Broly does not like to do that. Broly has family, has wife, has son. Go on, by the by, probably would be, I don't know, because he'd probably have his mom's teaching at his beck and call, but he also would probably have his dad to train with, so, let's just put him at 1500. That sounds fair. So it's like, Raditz is like, it's like, you must have got, how did you get so strong on this planet? My scout literally broke. Scout. What is that? He's like, what the hell are you talking about? So, he's just, I have no idea. Well then, Broly. It's like, why do I remember that name? As he comes in and, just tries to, Krillin's just like, I got this, buddy. So, look, and Krillin's probably a little stronger, too. Just because he's now knows Broly a bit and has been training Broly, they're good friends. So maybe instead of 205, he's maybe closer to like 250, and Tien maybe he's like 300. So, and then, it's a Krillin! It's like, no. It's like, no, I'll make you a deal. You give it, these takes Gohan. It's like, I'll give you back your son if you do this, and gives it the ultimate. However, he fails to understand that Gohan is just as powerful as he is. So Gohan just, kicks him in the guts, like, it's like, put me down. It's like, I'm not afraid of you. It's like, yeah, he's really not. Trust me. You think I didn't train my son up to be just as strong as me, or to be a wuss? He's my son. So yeah, I mean, I really enjoy a good fight, but I don't like to hurt people if I don't have to. You, on the other hand, are really pushing my buttons right now. And then he just shows off his power, and just in base form, and freaking Raditz, this is his power. It's like, how could you be this strong? He can't even sense power. It's like, I can't sense energy, and I can feel that. Is that bad? And if you need more incentive powers up the Super Saiyan, just here's the legendary Super Saiyan. So get out of here, or I will beat the ever-loving. It's in Broly terms, not actually saying piss or anything. But get out of here, or I will beat the ever-loving shit out of you. Basically threatens. He's like, Brad just flies away, and they send some leaves. Like, oh, that's good. So they go about their business. Raditz goes, tail literally between his legs. Like, I would imagine if they were really that scared, his tail just someone's like, what? Raditz, why is your tail actually between your legs? Yeah, you look like a doggy, Raditz. Saiyan, super, held, and then just, one of them slaps him. No, calm down, you imbecile. Now, what was it? And he says, the legend is true. I found him, the legendary Super Saiyan, to which Reggie's like, that's bullshit. There hasn't been a Super Saiyan in 1,000 years, and all that crap, and now, I think, Raditz would just keep saying, like, I know what I sound like, silence! And then just blast Radz's head off. I think Vegeta would kill him out of pure rage and audacity to say, him, a super elite Saiyan, isn't the Super Saiyan. We're going to Earth, Nappa. Oh, goody. I get to see the other people. I get to see the Super Saiyan. I mean, you're the Super Saiyan. Vegeta, huh? So, honestly, things go about the same. They don't know the Saiyans are coming until Kami senses it maybe a couple days prior. So, I mean, they're doing light training, but ultimately, yeah, Broly doesn't really have, I mean, over a year, maybe he trains a little. He's training a little bit off and on, but nothing to really give him any significant boost. Piccolo, however, hardcore training to, beat Broly. So let's assume he does the equivalent amount of training he did for the Saiyans, which boosts his power by 8 times. So let's give him 8,000. Gohan's probably around 3,000 after another solid year training and, dealing with Reds and all that stuff. Then the Saiyans come, and everyone senses them, and they realize they're no match for them. Only really Piccolo and Broly are match for them. So they meet up to confront the Saiyans. They don't like each other, but they're like, okay, yeah, let's just deal with this. All right. We good for now. I don't like you at all. Same, but whatever. And then they show up and say, so you're this Broly I heard of. So you're the Saiyan I heard of. Broly, is it? Huh. You don't seem like much. Oh, can I have the first go, Vegeta? Can I get the green guy or the spiky-haired guy? Take your pick, Nappa. Nappa, you get the green guy. You get the Namekian. I want this man. I want the Super Saiyan. So everyone's like, all right, buddy, let's go. And then it's like, gun powers are suppressed. So it's like, and then Piccolo just boom uppercuts, and kind of like you see in those Goku shots a lot of times. Boom! Just upper. Oh, it hurts, Vegeta. And then Piccolo's beating the crap out of him. He goes to full power, so then you get a pretty even fight with Nappa and Piccolo. But ultimately, Piccolo is still the stronger, and I would consider him probably the better fighter. While Nappa certainly did know how to fight, it wasn't a martial arts style so much as just reflexes, experience, and probably a brawler style mixed together. Likewise, Vegeta was still did definitely have some more technique. He had like actual stances he took, but so yeah, it is one of those things that Vegeta I think was more refined just because he had better training. So yeah, that's happening. Broly and Vegeta says, so they say. So Raditz said you were the so-called Super Saiyan. It's like, I don't know. I can turn my hair yellow if that's what you mean and power up. But or Broly actually probably wouldn't be like super. It's like, wait, is that what he called me? Is that what he referred to? What like transformation thing? And it's like, well, I was like, why would I tell you? It's like, you'll tell me because I'm the prince and I have dominion over you. Really? Because I don't really care, Mr. Prince. So I feel like Broly would definitely be more of a taunter than Goku was. Or Goku is. So, Broly's like, fine, let me show you what real power is. Powers up. He's full 18,000. Good for him. Good for you. Good for you, Vegeta. It's like, and then Vegeta comes in, just attacks, and Broly's just doing that thing he did in the movie where just, you can barely keep up, huh? You can barely keep up. This is the power of a Saiyan. Eat. And then you just, boom. And then just do boom, just again starts to wreck Vegeta's shit. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, look, your scatters they're called. They seem to break when they get to power levels, but just so you're clear, just powers up. Not even Super Saiyan, just shows off his power. Vegeta can just even still you can't feel key, but he can still sense the energy radiating off him. Just what? What are you? It's like, I guess, according to your friend, I am the legendary Super Saiyan. To which he's like, that's it, no, this planet is doomed! Got it, gone, fire! It just tries to blow up the whole planet, whereas Nappa's like, wait, Vegeta, we're still on the planet! Which I didn't get Vegeta's plan, he would have blown up his ship, too. Maybe he was just going to take them out with him, or something like that. But he blows it down. And Broly's just because Broly has met with Roshi and trained with Roshi at least on and off a little bit. So, Kamehameha! And then just completely overwhelmed. Here's Vegeta's Gallic Gun. And here's Broly's Kamehameha. Just, nope. Just ah! But Broly again was holding back too because he didn't need to go that full power. Still, Vegeta, while maybe not dead, is completely just done. Just I just calls to the gun. Just, damn it! Oh, and Vegeta. And then Nappa unfortunately took his eyes off Piccolo and just boom got an arm through the chest. Just ah! But it's not a kill shot because he basically just crippled Nappa. And they basically get it, and they're basically get in your pods and don't come back here ever again, or we will kill you next time. And they both get in their pods, and they're both able to get to the their healing chambers in time and be healed. Now, Zenkai wise, I think Vegeta would still probably be the 24,000. I think Nappa actually would take an even bigger one because Nappa probably took a huge, like that was a probably hefty shot. So why not just put him up to 15,000? Normally I put him up to the 10,000 range, but we'll put him up to 15,000. So yeah, and they Piccolo and Broly just like, I hate you. I was like, yeah, I get it. Bye. So Piccolo's just off doing his own thing at that point. Just now, granted, I do think Piccolo will mellow out after a little while, not because of a contact with Gohan or anything, just because time eventually allows him to get over certain things. Meanwhile, back in space, Vegeta and Nappa are both just training or healing up, talking about the Namekian. Radz mentioned that too, and then remember the Namekians had made these things called the Dragon Balls, so we'll go and get the Dragon Balls. That's right, that's what we'll do. So, after healed up, they kill Kui, who's the only one I think who followed him, and then they go wreak havoc on Namek. Frieza doesn't know about this right now. They go and get the last Dragon Ball from the Grand Elder, but unfortunately, Super Kami Guru, I shall be called Kami, no, Super Kami Guru. So that is, so they go, Nail's still completely outclasses any of them. And right as they're about to die, I don't always include this, but I sometimes forget about this. As they realize they're about to be wasted by Nail, they decide, all right, fine. Then they release the artificial sun or artificial moon and turn into these great apes, which would be 150 and 150,000 and 2,400 240,000 respectively for Vegeta or Nappa and Vegeta. And they kill Nail, and they kill the Lord Guru, not realizing that killing him would have destroyed him with the Dragon Balls. Because Nappa probably has less control than Vegeta, and even so, they just like, no, you may not have, and then they kill him, and they realize, oh shit, we just destroyed the Dragon Balls. So they're like, damn it all! Wait, Earth has Dragon Balls, and we forgot to, and we can still use our Ozaru forms. But Vegeta, that guy, it was so much stronger. Yes, Nappa, but we'll get strong. But we'll go through. We will train. We'll get strong enough that we can beat him. So they were off training for a little while. So cut to when Frieza essentially shows up on Earth. Now Frieza hears about what happened with Radz. Like, why is Radz dead? Well, he was weak anyway. He was actually weaker than your average Frieza soldier. Deal with that. But I was like, what did Nappa and Vegeta, what have they been doing? Now, that Nappa and Vegeta, just to keep up appearances, I believe still would, like, do missions for Frieza, stuff like that, keep their power suppressed. But through hardcore training for a couple years, I mean, Frieza's not doing his own thing. He doesn't care right now. The Frieza just doesn't care. Nappa and Vegeta, though, are basically the Frieza's return part, where they come back, and after a lot of hardcore training, a lot of Zenkai's boosts that have gone on, Vegeta's probably around the strength on Namek after that big Zenkai boost he got with the Senzu bead. So around 500,000 it was all said and done, I believe. And Nappa's probably not quite that strong, but he's probably somewhere maybe near 100,000. So now they got some power to him. Now they come back to Earth. It's like, we'll come for you with Dragon Balls. Now, Broly's probably around 6 million. He's probably done enough training. Piccolo, again, is probably around, 80,000 at this point. Done. Again, doing hardcore training, all that for years. They come back again, and Broly's just like, oh, look, we warned you last time. Like, that's right. And then, Piccolo and Nappa square up. Piccolo's on the losing side of this fight this time. Meanwhile, Vegeta and Broly square off again. Vegeta again tries and is much better at holding his own against Broly this time, but Broly still ultimately just still can easily keep up with him, no problem. But he does have to at least put a little effort in this time. Just boom, boom. Okay, now I actually have to block, but he's still able to just boom, boom, boom. Ha! It's like, look, I warned you last time. Yes, but this time we have one last trick up our sleeves that you can't partake in. It's like, can't partake in what? You don't have your tail anymore. And then throws the artificial moon back up. No, Nappa! And then they transform into Great Ape. Nappa would be at 1 million, respectively, and Vegeta would be at 5 million. So now, Piccolo's like, Piccolo, get out of here! And he's like, if you die, we can't use the Dragon Balls anymore. Get out of here now! You don't have to tell me twice. Even though it's war... Well, no, he'd still be like, damn it. I can't... And he's right, I can't take these guys on. It's like, you better not die before I get to kill you. I was like, yeah. So Nappa, he doesn't have too much of a problem. Vegeta, though, gives him a real fight for the first time in base form. He even gets a good few shots in to actually hurt Broly. Just, pah! And Broly's just like, it ends now, Broly! And then Broly's just like, screw this. Ha! And then just, what? And then he transforms for the first time in front of Vegeta into the Super Saiyan. Not Legendary, just Super Saiyan. And he's just, you just get that cool, some of that cool music, just, or, oh god, but I'm trying to remember what the actual Broly music. Broly actually had music to him. I can't remember. He had also some, those movies were back in the day when they actually put like rock song lyrics, like songs in there, like Disturbed and stuff, which was cool. And so he just lists it up and just throws Vegeta like a ragdoll, like a giant monkey ragdoll, and then just grabs him by the tail, swings him, and just boom, tugs the tail straight off, which transforms Vegeta right back. Nappa comes in, but Broly just blocks with his elbow and then just blasts him through his arm, just blows his arm off, just and then just eventually like, oh, again, I warned you, and then kills Nappa by just blasting through the chest. Vegeta at this point is like, legends, they're true. It's like, what legends? You mean this legend, Vegeta? Legend of your death? And I warned you what happened if you came back and threatened my family, my friends, my world. And now you're gonna see what happens when you don't go, or when you go against that, or something like that. So when you go against my warnings. So when you go against a warning like that, so he just blasts and he just vaporizes Vegeta, and that's the end of Vegeta. So that's where we're gonna leave it right now. So yeah, Broly currently Frieza's out just doing his thing. He has no reason to go to Earth right now. Broly just completely killed Nappa and Vegeta pretty much, and yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it right now. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. So always wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. But I just would win Star Wars, Super Magic, what if anything to do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that. I will get to that at some point. Later, folks, and I'll see you later for the next what if. Sorry, it's been a bit of a rough week, but I'm almost done with it.